Thomas, you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get started. I'd like to officially call to order the Madison County Planning Commission business session for Tuesday, August the 18th, 2026 to order and ask for a roll call.
Brian Adams.
Here.
Bill Buchanan.
Here.
Shannon Pennington.
Here.
Shannon Renfro.
Here.
Mary Eipert.
Here.
Doug Fritz.
Here.
Robert Farmer.
Here, let the record show we do have a quorum, and the first order of business is approval of the minutes for July the 21st, 2026. Everyone should receive a copy in their packet. Is there any corrections or additions to the minutes as received?
I have one thing, and I don't know if this is a big, but on page 2, at the very bottom, a name, Rona Conley. It's spelled R-H-O-N-A, Conley here, and I saw a deed that said Roma, R-O-M-A. So I just didn't know if we need to make a clarification of the correct spelling on that.
Just correcting the name,
Pardon me?
just correcting the names.
Yeah, that was it. Just the name was spelled wrong,
Okay.
and I don't know which one's right.
Any other corrections or additions to the minutes as received? If not, open the floor for a motion
Motion to approve
with that correction.
with the correction.
Have a motion to approve with that correction. Is there any other, is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Have a motion and second. Any further discussion? If not, we'll have a vote.
Shannon Pennington.
Yeah.
Bill
Yes.
Buchanan.
Yes.
Brian Adams.
Yes.
Doug Fritz.
Yes.
Mary Eipert.
Yes.
Shannon Renfro.
Yes.
Robert Farmer.
Yes. Next on our agenda is a final subdivision plat for Fairways at Boone's Trace, Phase 2. Bert, you want to bring us up to speed from the work session?
Yeah, we had deed restrictions, which we got. We're still waiting on a letter of credit. Did you talk to the road department yet about that?
Yeah, he's been working on that.
Okay. And then that detention area over by lot 27. So you've defined it pretty well, but you haven't given me access to it yet. We need to mark that as an easement or something in case, I mean, you got it in your notes that the property owner will take care of it, but if they don't, we need the ability to get in there. We need to put an easement around that. That's what I'm driving at.
Yeah, we got it, we annotated extra call there on it to show what the easement area was, but we didn't really call it easement, so I'll add the label to it.
Yeah, just to add the label to it to show him access to it.
Okay.
Other than that, the only other thing we would need would be the letter of credit.
Any commission members have any other comments or concerns?
So if we approve this, it would be with the contingent upon letter of credit and.
In the easement, showing the easement on lot 29.
What was lot number was that? 27?
Yes,
Lot
27.
27.
Okay. I'll open the floor for a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the final subdivision plat for Fairway at Boone's Trace Phase 2, contingent upon receiving the letter of credit and the proper easement provided for the detention area at lot 27.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and second. Is there any other questions or comments? If not, I'll open the floor for a motion.
For a
For a
vote,
vote, for a vote.
Shannon Renfro.
Yes.
Mary Eipert.
Yes.
Brian Adams.
Yes.
Bill Buchanan.
Yes.
Shannon Pennington.
Yes.
Doug Fritz.
Yes.
Robert Farmer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Next on our agenda is a land use change for 113 Carr Lane. We'll be formulating a recommendation to go to the fiscal court. Has all the proper notification been made, Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Please state your name and who you're representing.
Thank you, Mr. Farmer. Preston Worley on behalf of Victory Lane LLC, the owner of the property, and I have the principal of Victory Lane LLC here with me, Mr. Jack Markham. And Jack, if you would let him swear you in just in case we need to get some information from you.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Jack Markham, 1030 Royal Crest, Richmond.
Okay, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Worley.
Thank you very much. Jack, if we could just real quick to help me describe the property. Bert has pulled it up here. You can see the label 113 there of Carr Lane. And then right next to it, Jack, that 107, that is the property that the county has bought for the new fire station. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And so your property there, it's approximately 33.38 plus or minus acres?
Yes.
Currently zoned UC1,
Correct.
single family, and you'd like to rezone that UC2 for two-family development, correct?
That's correct.
And so, and your intention is to build duplex lots on that?
Yes.
All right. I think that's adequately described the property here and where it is. This is, and right there, the interstate there, that's the 97 exchange, correct?
Right.
Okay. Thank you, and I'll pull you back up if we have some other questions, but need to get that testimony of where the property is and what we're looking at. So as we said, this is 33 plus or minus acres, currently zoned, single family, like to zone it UC2. His intention is for duplex lots. This property really meets all of the specifications of slightly more dense residential development that your comprehensive plan calls for in the county. It is in the far northern part of the county, near Fayette County. It is entirely within the urban corridor, and it is within a stone's throw of the I-75 exchange right there. And so I would put to you, your comprehensive plan provides on page 22 that northern Madison County is the closest in proximity to Lexington and could serve as prime location for residential growth. It goes on to say new development in this area should consider high-density, high-quality development. Then, along with others, our justification tonight is, along with that, our justification tonight is that this is an agreement with your comprehensive plan, because as you go further, your comprehensive plan says that improvements should be near, ultimately access near sewer expansion areas, and adequate transportation and infrastructure, that urban development and density should be focused near Richmond and the urban corridor, Richmond, Berea, and the urban corridor. I'm jumping through and paraphrasing. And that we want to provide, this is goal 5, provide a range of housing opportunities, including affordable housing options, and allow a diverse range of housing types to meet housing needs as attached single-family, multifamily, and senior, and to encourage, as I said, the new residential development in places that have adequate infrastructure. So this property is North Madison County, urban corridor, near the interstate exchange, will be right next to the new fire station. So obviously, when you look to any sort of more dense or multifamily type development, you want fire protection. It would be literally next door to the fire station. I also have here, and Mr. Markham, if you could just confirm that you requested these letters and received these letters from Madison County Utilities District that states that there's adequate household use water flow in that area as well as fire flow, and from the North Madison County Sanitation District that states that there's adequate sewer in the area. Is that
Yes.
correct? Thank you. So along with those goals and objectives of the comprehensive plan, I would just again remind you all what I've discussed with you before that you well know is that the Kentucky Housing Corporation commissioned a study just a couple years ago that says as of 2024, the Madison County was 2,578 housing units short of the need for the people living here and the demand moving forward. As of 2029, if something is not done to correct that, Madison County will be short 6,723 housing units. So this is a modest development in an area, but is perfectly prime suited for it, and will meet that housing need for Madison County, as well as the goals, objectives, and various different guidelines of your comprehensive plan. So keep it short and sweet tonight. Happy to answer any questions. And then, of course, would ask for an opportunity just to rebut and close after some public comment.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions or concerns, Mr. Worley?
The access will be off Carr Lane, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, the property fronts on Carr Lane and IGO, but the access would be on Carr Lane there.
Okay, any other questions or comments?
There's no sewer currently on it,
What's that?
no sewer.
Sewer's available to it. Jack, I don't know if you want to address that.
Yes, with the fire department, water and sewer are available.
So the sewer line is not out there yet, but it will be put in before anything is built?
It's there.
It's there.
It's there, that's, yeah.
They moved it over there when they started building the fire department.
Okay, any other questions or comments?
How many units are you looking to possibly build on this?
Right now, we just laid it out on 40 with the sewer. I mean, we could do a few more, a few less. The way the topography lays, you know, it seems like you could do more than that, but it's pretty steep hills there bordering.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It's
Yeah.
pretty steep right there.
Yeah, it's more of a what fits now after the fire department type deal from my standpoint.
Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, thank you, Mr. Worley.
Thank you, and then I'll give these letters, Bert,
Okay.
to you.
Thank you.
At this time, then, is there anyone in the audience that'd like to address this land use
Mr.
change?
Chairman, we've got a couple people that have signed up on our sign-in sheet here.
Oh, okay.
We'll go by that if it's okay. Mary Lois Kearns, come on up.
Yes, ma'am. Please state your name and address for the record.
Mary Kearns. I live at 825 Wimbledon Terrace. That's in Boone's Trace.
Okay, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead.
I would encourage you all strongly to make a site trip to the 97 exit. I used to get off at the 97 to get home, but no longer do I take the risk. I get off at the 95, then go 25 to home. Let's start with the exit at 97, the northbound exit. It's very dangerous because you come up there, coming off Simpson Lane, there's a rise and you can't see anybody coming. Coming off of 25 up over the 75 bridge, you can't see anybody coming. Then you come around, of course, you've got our fire station. Hopefully, there's not much going on down there right now, but hopefully we'll have our fire station, and hopefully it will be fully staffed, hopefully. Then you come on down to the southbound exit. Then you have the people coming off of 25. Then you've got the truck stop. And it is terribly congested. I thought it was going, I didn't get the agenda, I didn't see the agenda, but I thought it was going to be single family. If you put duplexes in there and add that much more congestion to that area, it's impossible. So I would strongly suggest that you go look at it. So that's all I've got to say about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, ma'am.
Alan Grant. That's all. Everybody signed up, Mr. Chairman.
Just one person?
Mr. Grant signed up, but he's waiving his time.
Okay. I can't speak for the others, but I've been out there twice. Once when we did it a couple of years ago and made it residential. I was out there at the site. And then I was back out there today, and I do see quite a bit of congestion. I was out there about 7:30 this morning at the truck stop, but there was a lot of trucks there that were, I don't know if they stayed all night or what they were doing. They was all parked. But I was wondering, have you seen anything to the State Highway Department about your concerns about it being, you think, overly dangerous? Yes, have you?
No, I have shared it with two other people that are with the state highway, but I don't know how far that went.
Yeah, okay. Okay, does anyone else have any comment?
No.
Just, I will remind the
Mr.
commission
Williams,
that Igo Road and Carr Lane are both state highways, so any access to this property, any kind of new entrances would have to be approved by the state.
Wanted to point out, given that concern, and thank you for the comment, Mr. Chairman. So for the record, I'll have Jack tell you this since he's the one with the actual knowledge, but the state highway traffic engineer has already seen this and has approved the entrance onto Carr Lane, obviously pending final approvals and all that. But he has, Mr. Markham has spoke with someone at the state about this potential development.
With the single-family residential that it holds now, that entrance is not going to change, and it was already approved. And would just like to point out that you can get a zone change without doing development tomorrow. I've had this zone change for, since 18 or 19, I believe, and I haven't done anything. Obviously, I do plan on doing something, but that is going to be, my best estimate would be 28. Would it start next year? Possibly, but.
Yeah, okay.
Just wanted to point that out. I think there was a traffic concern, and the state highway traffic engineer will be the one making that ultimate decision and has already, at least at one time, approved an entrance there for a similar development, so.
Right, okay. Okay, so any commission members have any follow-up comments or concerns? If not, I'll open the floor for a motion.
Motion to approve the land use change at 113 Carr Lane.
Need to
Okay, we'll need your proposed findings of facts, or you can adopt the facts that were presented by the applicant.
We'll adopt those as presented by the applicant.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, have a motion to approve. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, we'll have a vote.
Shannon Renfro,
Yes.
Brian Adams.
Yes.
Mary Eipert,
Yes.
Doug Fritz,
Yes.
Bill Buchanan,
Yes.
Shannon Pennington,
Yes.
Robert Farmer.
Yes. So it'll be the recommendation of the commission that this will go for approval to the fiscal court. They'll have 2 hearings on it. Okay, next on our agenda is land use change for 2485 Colonel Road. Bert, has a proper notification been made on this land use change?
Mr. Commissioner, I need to recuse myself on this one.
Pardon me?
I need to recuse myself on this
Okay.
property.
Thank you.
Let the record show that Mr. Renfro's going to excuse himself. Okay, Mr. Worley.
Thank you very much. Again, for the record, Preston Worley, representing Thomas Construction, Inc., the owner and proposed applicant and proposed developer. Just to come on up. I've got with me Mr. Justin Thomas, principal of Thomas Construction, and I'll let him be sworn in.
Okay. Please state your name and address for the record.
Justin Thomas, 1750 Barnes Mill Road.
Okay, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Worley.
Thank you. Justin, if you could just answer a few questions to help us orient ourselves to the property, and then I'll take it from there. But this property you see here, Mark, the address coming up on GPS is 2485 Colonel Road there, that vacant land right below Northridge Subdivision, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and that is approximately 67.89 plus or minus acres?
Yes, sir.
Currently zoned, to your knowledge, UC7 agriculture?
Yes.
And you're looking to zone it UC1 single-family residential?
Yes, sir.
Give or take, obviously, we're not at this stage of the development, but this is just the zone change stage, but your conceptual plan, give or take, how many lots are you thinking you'd put out there?
37.
So all 1 acre or more lots on septic?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. If you'll stick close in case there's some, if you also would, real quick, while you're here, you requested and received a letter from Madison County Utilities saying that this particular development there is adequate household and fire flow?
Yes.
Okay, we've got that letter here from Madison County Utilities. And this is the sewer, is not available here, but again, would be proposing to do larger lots on septic. So for many of the same reasons, we put to you that this is an agreement with the comprehensive plan. This is in the northern part of the county, entirely within your urban corridor. I would point out particularly that a very similar, somewhat smaller, but very similar neighborhood is adjacent just to the north. Matter of fact, I think I lived in 3 of the homes in that neighborhood when it was built years ago. My dad would build one, and then if he couldn't get it sold, well, I think we had to move into it. So but again, I would put to you from your comprehensive plan that North Madison County is closest in proximity to Lexington and could serve as prime location for residential growth. New development in the area should consider high-quality development that promotes upper-end housing. And your comprehensive plan calls for a wide range of housing types and to build more housing. And again, this will address the housing shortage needs of Madison County. I would put to you, too, that this is pretty easily serviceable by the fire station on Keeneland Drive. And then, of course, you would have the new fire station coming along in the northern part of the county, too. So again, I'll try to keep it short and sweet tonight. I think we went long enough last month to cover cover the quarter, I would say. But I would put you as an agreement with your comprehensive plan. This is a modest single-family subdivision that'll complement the area and is very similar to what's already there. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Okay, have any commission members have any questions or comments for Mr. Worley?
This is the old Shirley Durbin farm, is that not correct?
I believe that's correct, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, and I just want to point out also, it's not this entire tract. There's been a minor subdivision plat that's been done in the last, where's Dwayne, couple months to cut 65 acres. Justin, is that right? Is that about right? 67 acres. So it's not this entire rectangle that you're looking at. It's basically kind of draws a line along this drainage ditch and comes back over. But there's a single-family home already here that's been cut off. So it's not, just want to make sure y'all understand it's not that entire. And if you look in your application in the packet, it's got a more accurate description of the property that they're asking for the zone change on.
What are you going to do with the cemetery that's located on that property? Is that going to be petitioned off or taken care of or something? Because I know it's on there because that belonged to my uncle at one time, and I've been on that property.
It's on the 40-acre tract.
Is it on the other track? Okay.
Yeah, on the different piece. So wouldn't be an issue here. Though I have had the interesting and somewhat odd scenario of being in front of your fiscal court asking to move graves, and I've been with developers that partitioned off and left cemeteries and built around them, and so obviously state law and just decency requires you to handle those things, but it's
And
not
our
on.
regs cover that too. We got some pretty, we probably follow KRS robust regs on how you have to deal with that kind of thing if it comes up.
Yeah.
Was there talk at one time about tying that road in with the bypass, with the Richmond bypass?
Colonel Road,
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Was there some talk?
I don't know that either. I think, so the city's kind of creeping out that way. You can see this yellow here is in the city limits. So it's not far from that, but that Colonel Road pretty much abruptly ends right in this area right here. Right here, I guess we can see where the blacktop ends right here. So to connect that on up here all the way to McCord Lane or something would be quite an undertaking. And there's just a few houses back there on McCord Lane now, so I'm not sure if we'll see that in our lifetime or not.
Yeah.
Be good for connectivity, it would be, but you'd have to get the city and county together on something like that, as well as the property owners, and I'm not sure that anybody wants to try to climb that hill right now.
Yeah, okay. Is there any other questions or comments from Mr. Worley?
So Colonel Road is appropriate for this, Bert?
It's not wide enough. That's one of the things they would have to do is upgrade that to 20 feet. But again, it's a state highway, so they would go through the state on that. But that would be part of any site development plan that they would have to update that road
So they would have to upgrade how much of the road?
to the entrance to the subdivision. Starting where? at the entrance to the subdivision,
How far back up? Crow?
to wherever the nearest approved road is, which I'm speculating is probably there at the underpass.
Well, so, but to make sure I understand, I think I do, they can't develop anything until the road is up to par, correct?
That would be part of their development, yeah. They wouldn't get any kind of final plats approved or anything until that was
They
done.
couldn't build a house till the roads are finished.
That's right. Not under this, not under this development plan, or under this, whatever development plan they submit. We're not doing any development plans tonight. We're just trying to decide whether this area is appropriate for single-family dwellings or not.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns?
The exits to that are underneath of 75, right there as you come off of that property, and
You
then
can go left there and go under the interstate, or you can go right
You
on
can go out
Colonel
to the
Road back to
interstate,
the, back to the 95, back to Boonesboro Road, right.
So we would zone the piece of property without the proper road.
We do
We would, but we wouldn't approve a site development plan.
And I would put to you that until the zoning is in place, no one would then do the engineering for
Oh,
the
yeah.
site development plan and
Yeah, I
bring it
understand.
forward. And
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you, Mr. Worley.
Mr. Chairman, we've got a couple names on our list for this item tonight, if you're ready for that.
Okay, yes, sir.
Mary Kearns.
Please state your name and address again for the record.
Mary Kearns, 825 Wimbledon Terrace.
You swear to raise your right hand.
I already said I wasn't going to,
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth,
Yes,
and
I
nothing but the truth. Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead.
yes. I'm so glad the cemetery was brought up because this was a concern of ours. The Historical Society of Madison County, nor the Historical Society of the State of Kentucky, nor the DAR, the Boonesboro DAR, would be in favor of moving this cemetery. This cemetery has, Andrew Triple is, you said you had people there.
the property belonged to my aunt and uncle.
Okay, well,
time.
Andrew Triple, who's a Revolutionary War patriot, is buried there, along with some other notable people. So that would, we would certainly be hoping that that would all be preserved. To reiterate what Mr. Thomas was talking about, along Colonel Road, of course, you've got those subdivisions, Waterford, Lexington Heights, Panura Acres, which are pretty well-developed subdivisions. There's two ways out. The one-way underpass, which is directly across 25 from the entrance to the proposed industrial park. Or you could go up Colonel Road to another truck stop that's worse than the truck stop at 97. So that would be of a great concern. Another thing I want to point out is fire protection. I saw with my own two eyes after we had two structures burn in our neighborhood, and the fire people came down to flush the hydrants and check the water pressure and all that. And with the fire hydrant where I live turned full open, the water hose may have risen this much. The two structures burned to the ground. They had a tanker truck. Thank goodness for the volunteer fire department. But but we do not have water pressure. Sometimes probably we do, but with only having one 500,000 gallon water storage tank that's accessible to us.
Are you saying you don't have water pressure in Boone's Trace?
Not to fight a fire. Not to fight a
You're
fire.
saying that when they check the fire hydrants, they don't have adequate pressure for that
Yes,
in Boone's Trace?
yes. I saw it with my own eyes. Of course, you know how that works. If the tank is full, then gravity pushes that water out. But when you keep adding and adding and adding residents, it really affects the water pressure. Another thing, our schools, children are getting on the bus at 10 minutes after 6 in my neighborhood. Now, some of our schools are maxed out, some are not. But this has to do with buses making all the scheduled stops to all the different places. We've just got some issues that we need to address. So I wish we knew what kind of fire department we were going to get at 97. I understood they were moving the fire station on Keeneland, the fully manned fire station on Keeneland, to Boonesboro. So that would leave us with one less fire station up to the southern end. I don't know. We've got a lot of issues that we need to think about, and I appreciate all that you all do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mary. Is there a Martin's at Lovell?
Please state your name and address for the record.
Martin Lovell, 576 Drowning Creek Road, Waco, Kentucky.
Okay, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
I just have a question regarding the fire issues, the departments. Are these fully staffed for, or are they volunteer? The ones that are being built?
You'll have to direct that question to the fire chief. I don't have any information on that. There's full-time firefighters that the county maintains a fire department, and there are volunteer fire departments in the county, but I don't have any idea about staffing or anything.
What about the new one that may be moving?
That's going to be a
this one?
full-time fire department, yes.
It would be? And then what about the one that's vacated? Would that still become a fire station?
I don't know the answer to that. I do know the city has a fire department on Keeneland Drive as well. And the city county have mutual aid agreements that the county and city work together on fires that are close to the city limits. And I don't know what the dimensions of that mutual aid agreement are, but they do have agreements in place to help each other out if they have something close to the city limits.
Would that be a consideration for the final approval?
Final approval of what?
For this project, if to be
I'm
built?
sure that would factor into it, whether or not there's fire protection available. That's part of the application, yes.
Okay, and what about, is this sewers or
No sewer.
no sewers on this project?
No.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's everybody from the list, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Mr. Worley, would you like to have a moment?
Thank you very much. I just address quickly to reiterate to make sure there was no confusion. The cemetery is not on this property. So that's not of concern to this particular issue. As to the fire protection, I mean, certainly as you get to the development plan stage and technical review, fire is an issue that would be looked at. I can tell you just for consideration purposes tonight, We know that there's the existing fire station on Keeneland Drive that could adequately serve it. There's the Whitehall Volunteer Fire Department that would be nearby, the new fire station on exit 97, and this looks to me to be within 5 miles of the city limit and would meet the mutual aid agreement of the city fire department. So there would be adequate fire service. And again, all up and down Colonel Road, there are several small, single-family subdivisions, not unlike this one that is proposed, that obviously can be well taken care of by the existing fire protection. And then I would put to you too, as far as fire flow and water capacity and water pressure, again, in the record tonight, I presented to you the Madison Utilities letter that says there is adequate flow for both the household needs and fire flow protection to this property.
Yeah, y'all haven't seen that letter, not to interrupt you, Preston, but they haven't seen this. And that's what it says. Preliminary hydraulic analysis has been performed, and the proposed development meets or exceeds the required 250 gallons per minute fire flow. So that is in the record. Y'all haven't seen it yet, but that's what the letter that was entered does say.
What's the size line, Bert?
I think a 6 inch is a minimum for fire flow.
Is after so many,
And Preston touched on this a little bit. The fire chief is involved. He's part of our DRT, our development review team. He's also a signatory on the development plan, so he won't sign off on anything that doesn't meet his criteria. So he signs it before Robert ever signs it.
as you have more and more development out a line that's serving an area, when does that line have to be increased?
That'd be a
Do you have
question
any
for
idea on
that'd
that?
be a question for the water department, because they're more concerned with flow rates, I think, and how much flow they can have. And when it gets to be a point where they don't have that, then they're gonna have to start looking at increasing the size of the line.
They think they put a 10-inch line down 627.
And they put a bigger line from Waco out to it comes out through 52 there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but it had to do with the number of houses and number of developments out through there because they didn't have enough flow for fire protection.
Yeah, and they just improved the water on the car lane I go, zone change we were just talking about. They just ran a new water line over there down to Simpson Lane. So I think that's an ongoing process. They're constantly reviewing what they have and what they need and make adjustments as they need to.
And when we address that when they bring something to us to say, this is how we want to do it, then that's when that would be addressed.
That would be addressed at the development review stage, probably before even a preliminary plat was done. They're not gonna go the expense and time of doing a preliminary subdivision plat if the fire chief's not gonna sign it because he doesn't have enough water.
Okay.
And I'll put to you, I have been in situations in other communities that developments did get delayed because a fire chief said, I'm concerned about the flow, and then they went and worked with the utility company and figured out how to put in a new line and how to put in, boosters and all that sort of thing to make sure they got that. So that works its way through the process, but we don't have any reason to believe that there's not adequate flow out there right now, but that would all be part of your development review plan stage.
Okay.
So then I would finally, if I could just close that, this is again where the comprehensive plan calls for development, particularly residential development in the northern part of the county. And this being a single-family, large lot development, it complements the surrounding neighborhoods that are similar, as well as a transition from the agriculture area. So I think this is exactly what you're looking for. At least that's what I'd argue to you tonight. And I appreciate your time and I would appreciate approval. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Worley. Any other comments or concerns any of the commission members have? If not, I'll floor for a motion.
Nobody else can do it. Okay. Pursuant to KRS Chapter 100 and the testimonies given regarding the proposed land use change request, I make a motion to approve the land use change request from UC 7 to UC 1 based on the fact that proposed land use amendment is in agreement and adopted comprehensive plan, and the testimony given here tonight.
Okay, have a motion to approve. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, we'll have a vote.
Doug Fritz,
Yes.
Brian Adams,
Yes.
Bill Buchanan,
Yes.
Mary Eipert,
Yes.
Shannon Pennington,
No.
Robert Farmer.
Yes. Okay, it'll be the recommendation of the commission then that the fiscal court will approve this zone change. Okay? Next on our agenda is new business. Birds, any new business coming before the
I
commission?
don't have anything, thank you.
Okay, if not, then a motion be in order to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We'll have a vote.
Shannon Renfro,
Yes.
Mary Eipert,
Yes.
Doug Fritz,
Yes.
Brian Adams.
Yes.
Bill Buchanan,
Yes.
Shannon Pennington,
Yes.
Robert Farmer.
Yes.
Thank y'all.